Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm trying something new on the camera, so let me know if it's kind of weird. I'm using the head tracking on my DJI Osmo Pocket 4 3 or whatever it is. And anyway, so I'm using something a little different, and and also I'm mic'd up, so I want to see how that helps the audio, if it does. Today's video is going to be regarding cheap RCs, because I'm cheap, or so I've been told. And there's nothing wrong with that. I fully accept the fact that I am frugal. I'll put it that way. But being that way, you can afford to do and have toys and stuff that some other people wouldn't, because they're not as frugal. Me, I liked having some toys for fun. So I'm pretty frugal. Cheap, my wife might say, but frugal. No, she's nice. She loves me, I guess. And, and she would say, frugal. She'd probably describe me as frugal. But because of that, I have a lot of toys on the wall, and I can afford to do stuff for her and just have fun in life. And there's nothing wrong with that. So that being said, I'm going to roll right into frugal RCs that you may want to check out. First one being the one, there'll only be 2 or 3 of them. I think we'll keep the video short because I'm having difficulties with uploads. So I don't want to piss off the YouTube gods. We'll keep this a short video. The 1/18 scale AX8560. This may look familiar to you. May look like a similar RC that is out. A couple of brands have ones that look similar, and this may look very familiar to, or very similar to them. And they are, because all the parts are interchangeable, which is kind of cool. So anyway, this is that RC. It's obviously in that style of a Jeep. I'm certain it's not licensed. Well, not certain, but pretty certain. Anyway, it's in that style of SUV. It came with friction shocks. It ran about $67 compared to other ones that may cost significantly more. I'm sorry. It's something in my throat. Anyway, but same size, same parts, everything matches up, even clips on the same way, just a $67 RC that does everything the same, and is just as much fun to use inside and outside, goofing around and modifying. You can modify the crap out of it if you want to. I have added, let's see here, the oil-filled shocks on this because it came with friction shocks and I didn't much care for them. They were fine, but I just didn't care for them. I didn't like the bounciness of them. So I threw on these oil-filled shocks. They ran me, I think, $6. So I did a $6 upgrade on a $67 car. Puts me in the hole of $73. I think I'm ahead of the game. And not only that, I'll say that I like this car so much, even before I got it, I ordered 2 of them, and I'm very happy I did. People will say that parts availability are hard. Nope, the parts availability is not difficult. They have them on AliExpress and Banggood, and you can go to your local hobby shop, and if you do look at the other brands that are significantly more expensive, all their parts also work on them, as long as you keep it down to that 1/18 scale. Not all of them now, don't get me wrong, but the vast majority of them that do work on it. I do have some experience with upgrading similar cars like this, and being able to get those hot swappable parts. So there's that one, the AX8560. Another cheap little RC car, full of a lot of fun. This little dealie here, let's see, can you see? Ooh, 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 look at that. It's like I'm holding a laser nut in my hand. But it's not a laser nut. No, this is WLtoys. It runs about $30. It's called the Speed Power or Go Speedy. I don't know what it is, but it's a lot of fun for inside, ripping around in the middle of winter. It's got front headlights. It's got cans on the front. It's got a light bar on the front, so it's got a massive amount of lights on it, and it's got lights in the rear. Friction shocks, which aren't bad, because, again, you're just goofing around inside. You're not doing anything crazy. It's not going 30 feet in the air or whatever. And servo, you hear that. So it's fully professional grade, metal chassis, so sturdy enough. And, and some great oils. It is 4-wheel drive. They managed to put it as a 4-wheel drive system in this. This is what you can get for $30 on AliExpress or Banggood. great little RC, full-size spare in the rear if I needed one, not that I ever think I will. Wheelie bar in the back, and it does actually kick up wheelies, which is kind of cool. But yeah, great little RC car, 30. So I'll put a link in the description down below. Check it out. Save yourself some money. Have yourself some fun. It doesn't matter the cost. It just as matters how much fun you have with it. And you can have a lot of fun for something very inexpensive, and you can upgrade it all you like. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you a 1/12 scale RC that I have, the MN. This is the MN 128. The MN 128 is a brushed RC and came with nothing but plastic parts. Now, I will say that this is probably the worst cheap RC I've ever bought. But that being said, it cost $67. I've put upgrades on this, so you might notice. I've upgraded links, drive system, drive shafts, everything, shocks, aluminum towers, front and rear, aluminum links here, and then it's getting, which just came in the mail today, aluminum axles, heavy aluminum axles, also with aluminum hubs and carriers, all that, front and rear. And that's going to be an upgrade, but all those parts that I bought, I'm looking at about $60 in upgrades. So $60 in upgrades for a $67 car, 1/12 scale, it puts me at about $120, still significantly less expensive than the other cars. I will say I did put a brushless system from another RC car that I had in here, and I do have one on order, so it's still that $60 is about the amount of money I've spent on the upgrades. It's got some great sticky tires, but I gotta confess, these aren't the tires. These came off of my 1/18 scale Capra. Yeah, I threw new tires on the Capra and I put these ones on here. But I might take those off the Capra because whatever and put those ones on. It's just it's a very great little inexpensive car to get and very easy to modify. And you can get the parts availability on AliExpress, Banggood, GearBest, and Temu. So your parts are covered. So that's another little cheap RC car. Great little body on there also. I like the body. Unofficial looking. Yeah. So, again, great little Jeep RC. Another one that you might want to take a look at. There's tons of these out there. This is from a company called Panda Express. It's a power wagon. Panda Express doesn't, or Panda Hobby, I'm sorry, Panda Express, maybe I'm hungry, I don't know. Anyway, Panda Hobby doesn't exist anymore. They went out of business, but this RC is so, the style of it is so common that you can pick it up on Banggood, AliExpress, and them still, and you can pick them up for pretty cheap, probably around, I've seen them there for $60, $70, $80, $90. Great little power wagon crawler. Again, the parts, people say, well, you can't get the parts, blah, 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 but the parts are, you can get them on AliExpress still, you can get them on Banggood, you can get them on Temu, and you can modify the heck out of these things. And again, being at 18 scale, you can probably take it down to your local hobby shop, and anything that is 1/18 scale, they will be able to fit on here. Now, I haven't done any modifications to this just because I like it the way it is, and I use it for my crawling courses inside my house when I'm just crawling on a couch or something like that. I use it that way, so I don't need to modify. I don't want to modify it, but I could if I wanted to. So, anyway, the video is about 9 minutes. I want to get out of here quick with a fun fact. Dolphins give each other names. Did you know that? Yeah, look it up. Kind of weird. Dolphins give each other names in their groups, and they hang out with each other, and they're like, hey, Fred, hey, Jim, hey, Bill, hey, Nick, how you doing? So, that's a fun little fact. And, yeah, it's been a great day. I'm getting some stuff done. I'll be back at you. Think for yourself. Take care of each other. Thank you for watching the video. You guys have a great one. Peace.